Hello, everyone. My name is Holly from Idaho here in the United States. And during this hour, we are going to talk about adjectives and prepositions. With adjectives and also verbs, usually you have the same preposition after each word. So what we're going to do is study and practice those adjectives and prepositions. So come on in, let's practice English. So during this hour, we are going to talk about adjectives and prepositions. Let's look at this material. Prepositions, we have about, at, by, and for. Many adjectives are often followed by the preposition about, at, by, and for. Let's look at the table. We have about, common adjectives and examples that are used with the word about. We have angry, annoyed, or furious. Joe was really angry about losing the race. Joe was really annoyed about losing the race. Joe was really furious about losing the race. Worried about. Hello, Francisco. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. And well, and you?
Good, thank you. Very good. So, yeah, I have had a good day, I believe. So it's a long day. So, did you have a good day?
Yes, teacher. Excellent day.
Excellent. Excellent. Did you work most of the day or did you have time for yourself?
No, I work most of the time, most of the day.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Now, are you starting to see winter weather coming, or do you usually have just one season in your part of Mexico?
No, today is a little colder, teacher. We have started with winter,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a little more cold
Yeah,
here.
that's here too. It's much colder. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We are wearing sweaters and
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I think people are doing that as well here, but I haven't. So,
Mhm.
I am right now, but I don't normally. So, anyway, all right. Well, yeah, I guess more people will come, but hopefully in this class. But if they don't, it looks like you might have a one-to-one lesson. So,
Okay.
kind of, or a one-to-many lesson. So
Yeah.
anyway, what we're doing is we're going to go over prepositions. And during during this hour, and a lot of times with adjectives and even with verbs, but we'll be talking specifically about adjectives today. They are often found. They are often followed by the same preposition every time. So if you learn the word and learn the adjective learn the adjective and the preposition at the same time, it makes it much easier. So if we look at this tool, tool, I'm not speaking today very well. So if we study the table below, we can see that we have specific words that go with, for example, about. Angry, annoyed, furious, worried, upset, happy, excited. Can you read these examples, Francisco?
Sure, teacher. Joe was really angry about losing the race.
Okay.
Okay. I was very upset about the election result.
Okay. And the last one.
I'm quite excited about traveling to China.
Man, I would be too if I were traveling to China. I would be quite excited as well. Wouldn't you be? So, and then we have at. We've got good, great, excellent, and amazing at. And then bad, terrible, and hopeless. When I talk about good and bad, I say that this when you use at, you're talking about ability. So, hello, Ake.
Yes, hello.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, excellent. So we're talking about adjectives and prepositions during this hour, and so we were just looking at this table. Can you read this example, Ake?
Okay, at.
Right here, this one, this sentence right here.
Okay, Paul is really good at playing tennis.
Very good. So good at or bad at has to do with ability. Francisco, can you read this last example?
I'm terrible at skiing.
I think I would be too, but I've never really skied. So.
Yeah.
By or at, we have amazed, surprised, astonished, or shocked. For these words, we'll be using either by or at. Okay, could you read this first example?
Yeah, everybody was amazed by their team's performance.
Okay, and Francisco, next one.
Everybody was amazed at their team's performance.
Yeah, so you can have by or at in this respect, and it means exactly the same. And then we have the preposition for. We have famous or well known. He is famous for his books. We have responsible. Okay, could you read this one?
He's famous for his books.
Oh, the second one.
At work, I'm responsible for sales and marketing.
Okay, and Francisco, sorry.
We are all sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and this is a way we would say if somebody either lost their job or even lost a family member through death. We are all sorry for your loss. So important points to remember. After an adjective plus a preposition, we can have a noun or a verb, ing. For example, we can include an object before the verb ing. For example, she was upset about me arriving late. So we put the object here, and then you have the verb ing. She was upset about me arriving late. So let's complete each sentences using one of the following adjectives, and then we will discuss some of these sentences. So the first one, Jack is really excited about his birthday party next week. He simply can't wait. Let's discuss this really quick. Ake, in Japan, are people excited about their birth? Are people of all ages excited about their birthday, or is it just children?
Maybe most of the children and some adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so not everybody.
Yeah.
And what are birthday party the stereotypical birthday party like in Japan?
Singing happy birthday song and cake and blowing candle ceremony.
Okay. So very similar to ours.
I think birthday came from Western world.
Yeah, I think so too.
Almost in America. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. And hello, is that Angelina?
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Angelina. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, me too.
And remind me where you are from.
I'm from Vietnam. I'm currently
Vietnam, living in New York.
no,
New
no, Houston.
Houston, Texas. Okay.
Yeah. No, not New York. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So, Angelina, the first sentence here we have Jack is really excited about his birthday party next week. He simply can't wait. How do people celebrate birthdays in Vietnam?
Oh, well, I think it is very the same. It's the same as any other country, you know. We have a birthday party and we have invite friends and family, you know. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Francisco, how about in Mexico? How are birthday parties celebrated in Mexico?
Well, we celebrate parties here most of the time with a piñata.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with some cake, soft drinks.
Okay. Does everybody know what a piñata is?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it like the thing you put the candy in there, right?
Yeah. Let's see if I can get. It's one of these. They're starting to become fairly popular in the U.S. You can find them in a lot of stores and stuff. And how do you actually open a piñata, Francisco?
Well, most of the time, kids hit the piñata and they take out the candy.
Is it like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think they've become a fairly popular in the U.S. Well, especially among the Mexican American community. So, and Mikkel, how are you today?
Hello,
Good
Holly.
morning.
Good
You're running
morning.
late.
Yes, I was working and I was finishing some emails and yeah, some minutes late. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I was very surprised because usually you're always right out there as soon as class starts. So,
Yeah.
But we're talking about number one. It says Jack is really excited about his birthday party next week. He simply can't wait. So, what are birthday parties like in Spain?
We celebrate birthday party more with children than with adults.
Okay.
Yeah, and we usually celebrate meeting classmates and doing a party and maybe preparing a special cake. Yeah, these kind of things.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So let's go on to number two. Okay. Could you read this one and put the correct word in here?
Okay, Ari is totally blank dancing. It's like she has two left feet. Totally happy holiday Christmas. Totally dancing. Famous happy. That means she's good at dancing, right?
No. If you have two left feet, I mean,
Okay.
you're really bad at dancing.
I see. That hopeless dancing.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think the preposition would be? So to have two left feet, bad at dancing. Okay, I'm gonna write that on the verbally chat. So hopeless. Okay, Allie is totally hopeless. What do you think the preposition would be? Any guess?
Hopeless for.
No. Anybody
Hopeless
know what it would be?
at.
What, teacher?
Yes. Okay. So to have two left feet means you are bad at bad at dancing. You're really bad at dancing. So Allie is totally hopeless at dancing. It's like she has two left feet. So question for you, Ake. How about you? Do you have two left feet? Are you hopeless at dancing or are you a good dancer?
I believe I can good at keeping rhythm,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not sure I can create a kind of very excellent, pose or something.
Okay, so you're fairly good at dancing then. And
I really like dancing in front of TV when the band playing inside the TV when I was a
okay.
kid. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And Miguel, you said you have 3 or 4 left feet. Tell us what that's like.
Very, very bad.
Very bad. So, yeah, let me guess, they can't get you to dance. Have you tried dancing?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
try, yes. Doing well, no.
Okay. All right. So, Angelina, I'm going to change the question a little bit. What are you hopeless at doing?
And speaking and listening English.
You're hopeless at what? Listening to English?
Yeah, speaking and making conversation in English.
Oh, no, you're doing very well there. So I disagree, but you could say that. You could try to say that. So, all right. And Francisco, what are you hopeless at?
Hoping, well, maybe dancing too.
Dance. So you have 2 left feet as well?
Yeah, more or less, sure.
Okay, excellent. All right, and I am also. I'm hopeless at dancing. I'm hopeless at singing. I'm hopeless at anything that has to do with music. So, V, nice to see you again.
Yeah, hi, Holly. I'm sorry for being late.
No worries, you're not the only one today. I think everybody was at least.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Good news.
I was like, okay, what do I do? So, so V, what are you hopeless at doing? Because I know you're a musician, so you're not hopeless at music.
Yeah, but I'm definitely hopeless at drawing. I cannot,
Drawing.
I cannot draw. I still remember that some years ago when I was a tutor in a kids center, and when I draw something to illustrate my lesson, but my kids, I can say, my students couldn't
Uh-huh.
imagine what I was drawing, so I decided to quit. Since then, yeah, it's very terrible.
Okay.
I have zero talent of drawing.
I totally understand. I'm pretty much the same as well. Drawing and singing, anything artistic. So, all right. Okay, what are you hopeless at?
Hopeless at math. I'm really
Really?
good at math. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny you guys are all choosing things I'm hopeless at too, because I'm not very good at math. I'm okay, I'm adequate, but all right. So number 3, Angelina, can you do that one?
I was really angry at Dev for taking my bike without telling me. I refuse to talk to him now.
Yeah. So I was really angry at Dave. Very good. And you can say, well, let me think. I want to look at the answers here because I'm thinking, okay, they have angry at. Okay. Because I'm thinking that there's also another preposition that would work as well, but angry with. You're angry with. Usually, try to say that you're with is someone, at is something, but this is not what they are saying. So, I was really angry at Dave for taking my bike without telling me. I refuse to talk to him now. So, Angelina, tell us about the last time you were angry at someone. What did you do?
I yell at them, when I, yeah.
Yeah. And will they talk to you now that you yelled at them?
Yeah. I was angry at my boyfriend, so
Ah.
we haven't talked for a couple of days, and then he started talking to me back, so I talk to him now.
Okay. All right. And Francisco, how about you? Could you tell us about the last time you were angry at someone?
Mm, I don't remember, teacher. I tend
Oh,
not to get angry so often.
oh wow, I'm jealous of you. I have a hot temper. So, um, Miguel, how about you? Can you tell us about the last time you were angry at something?
Mm, very angry. It's quite difficult to remember, but I don't feel good when I agree something with somebody and he doesn't do it.
Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah.
For instance, when we have some meetings at work, and at the beginning of the meeting we agree some things and some
Mhm.
things to do, and they don't do it.
Mhm.
So yeah, maybe it could be.
Okay. All right. Thank you. V, how about you? Can you tell us the last time you were really angry at someone or something?
Yeah, in the last few days, I have been angry at the weather here because whenever I started to go to the gym, so it began raining cats and dogs. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's really awful. It's like the weather tends to prevent me from looking out. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I can see someone getting angry at that. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
And okay, how about you? Tell us about the last time you were really angry at something.
I don't remember exactly, but I I try not thinking about it because it's
Okay.
not so comfortable.
Uh-huh. So you try not to be angry at things as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't be angry not so easily, but something, yeah. Sometimes I'm very angry, but
Mhm.
yeah, if it's possible, I don't care about that because
Okay. Okay.
the important thing is present and future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I have a hot temper, but I don't get angry very fast. But when I get angry, watch out. and I have when I do lose my temper and get angry at something, um, I could lose friendships that way. So I try not to, but it's happened before where people won't talk to me later because I get so angry. But all right, number 4, Francisco, can you read this one?
Yes. Sorry. I'm very sorry for being late. It won't, sorry. It won't happen again.
So, yes, I'm very sorry for being late. It won't happen again. All right. And do you have to say this quite often?
Uh, yes, teacher.
Oh, you do? Okay. Because no, a question. Because I know the Latin culture is not known for being on time. Is that pretty normal in Mexico that people are late?
Well, there, I think most of the Mexican people are not punctual like
That's what I've
English
heard.
or their culture.
Okay. And Mikhail, how about you? I've heard Spanish people as well, or Latins. Would you agree that first of all, do you have to say that often? Sorry for being late. And second, is this pretty normal in your culture?
Yeah, sometimes. It's quite normal. Yes, it's quite normal in my. But only, for instance, if you are in a meeting, if you arrive 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late, no more. It could
Okay.
be normal, but I know that also in other places, arriving 30 minutes late is something normal. But
Yeah.
for me, it's quite difficult to work in this with these bad habits.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. V, how about you? Do you ever have to say that very often, and is that normal in Vietnam?
Yeah, I think punctual. The opposite of punctual, unpunctual. Being being unpunctual is very common here. Even though I hate that, but I I should get used to that because many people around me are like that. So when I fix the time with them, I can arrange some some time before and after to make sure that I can make it on their time. Not yeah. But it is like the habits. So when they say that, so you can know that maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, they can they can come. So it's still okay. Yeah.
Oh, really? So it's 10 to 15 minutes late.
Yeah, because you know that the exact time, the right time is behind 50 minutes later. So 50 minutes later you come and then you're on time. So, yeah, but when I worked in my company, we should be very on time because that is international style. So yeah, we couldn't be late, especially for those important meetings.
Okay, thank you. And okay, how about first of all, do you say I'm sorry? I'm very sorry for being late very often, and if so, is it normal in Japan?
It's up to the people, but other culture, especially corporate culture here, it requires the exact time in the morning or something. But company rules for ending hour of the time. Many workers stay in the company over after the working time over.
And after the working time is over, okay.
Punctual at the beginning, but late rules for ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's interesting. Punctual at the beginning, but very loose in the ending. So, all right, thank you. And Angelina, how about you? Do you say I'm very sorry for being late very often? And if so, is it normal in your culture? Or do you agree with V? Because I believe you're from Vietnam as well.
Yes. No, I don't say sorry for being late very often because I am an on-time person. Yeah, I always be there on time. So yeah, I agree with Fee. Being late is very popular in my country, in my culture. So people they get used to it. That's normal. But for working environment, I don't know, but I think for working environment, I think what we say is probably is right. People today they try to be on time, but but still a lot of people they being late. Like if you invite somebody to an event, a party, you need to be there at 6. You have to invite them at 5:30.
Okay, it's interesting because as you guys know, several of you, I've lived in other countries, and what you just said, if you want somebody to be there right at 6, you invite them, tell them to come at 5:30.
Yeah.
But then there's also these with one country in Finland where I lived for 11 years. I would have these parties at 6, and I would never expect anybody to get there at 6. And always, all the Finns came at 6. All the internationals, all the foreigners came at 6:30 or 7.
Yeah.
So, and so as the Finns were leaving at 7 or 7:30, the foreigners were just getting started. So, but I learned very quickly in Finland that if I want a party to start at 6, if I want a party to start at 6:30, I don't say 6.
Yes.
Yeah, and in the U.S., it really depends. I had a friend of mine from India tell me that they would always whenever they had parties, um, the Indians were always 2 hours late. And so if they had a party at 8 o'clock, they would tell the Americans to come at 9 or at 9:30 or 10, because that's when the Indians would come, because otherwise the Americans would all come on time. So in the U.S., I don't know. It just depends on the situation, but I think most people are about 15 to 20 minutes late to parties. But in corporate world, everybody is right on time. I used to have, in this one job I was in a couple of years ago, if my employees were more than 3 minutes late, I would have to dock them, and that was really hard for me. But they had to be right on time. They had to work when their shift started, be working when their shift started. So. All right, number 5. Let's see. Mikkel, could you read number 5?
Kate has been at well lately. I'm sorry. Alison is a receptionist at a hotel. She's angry nervous. Could be excellent, responsible, or excellent. Be both of them. Could
Okay,
be.
what is it? It's responsible. And what do you think the preposition is?
She's responsible. Could be at.
No, there's another one. Can anybody help Mikkel?
For.
Responsible for.
Responsible for.
Okay.
So responsible for taking books and helping guests. Okay, so receptionist at the hotel. Also, a lot of times at least in American English, we won't say receptionist. We will say front desk clerk. Hotels are always front desk clerks, or we might even say the clerk. So, question for you, Miguel. What do you do, and what are you responsible for?
I work for the Basque government in a project on the internet. So I am responsible for a website of yeah.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
Or for a project, or yeah.
Okay, all right. Can you think of V? Can you think of a time where you were responsible for something?
Yeah, when I worked for my latest company, I was responsible for controlling contracts between the client and us, because we are the main contractor. So there's so many contractual documents between two parties.
Okay, thank you, V. And Ake, can you tell us about something that you have been responsible for?
Now, maybe responsible for making my work.
Doing my work? So I'm responsible for doing my work, right?
Doing my work, yes.
Okay, excellent. All right. And Angelina, how about you? Tell us something that you are responsible for.
I used to work for audio video department, so as a general assistant. So I had been responsible for equipment inventory and providing equipment to the classroom.
Okay, excellent. And Francisco, can you tell us something that you have been responsible for?
Well, actually, I'm responsible for developing systems and developing reporting for business intelligence.
Okay, so developing. What did you say? Developing what?
Systems.
Systems. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Excellent. Yeah, and I'm responsible for teaching students. So, all right. Number 6. V, could you do that one?
Number 6. Kate has been unwell lately. We're worried for her.
Okay.
About her.
Worried about her. Yes, we are worried about her. All right. And so V, is there anything that you and your family are worried about or have been worried about? Something general.
Yeah. That is our health, because for us, health is really important. Even though you have a lot of money, your health is not good, so you need to spend much money on that. That's why I bought health insurance to make sure everything will be okay in the future in case we have some problems in health.
Okay. Right. Thank you. And okay, how about you? Is there anything in general that you or your family members are worried about?
I may be worried about the future because we are facing the aging society. Many people are worried about how to maintain the social welfare here.
Yeah, I think that's a typical one for all the first world countries, actually. I don't know about the second and third world countries, but definitely first world. It is an issue. All right, thank you. Angelina, how about you? Is there anything in general that you and your family are worried about?
Yes, my grandmother has been sick, so Mary and I have been worried about her. We don't know how much longer she will live.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Francisco, is there anything that you and your family have been worried about?
Well,
in general,
I'm a little worried about my mother too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's healthy, but I'm always worried about her.
Yeah. And is she in her 70s or 80s?
Yeah, she's almost 80.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Miguel, is there anything that your family is worried about?
I'm worried about the future of my children because I think that we have some global problems, and they will have maybe more difficult life in some aspects. For instance, we have this climate change, and we have some economical problems, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that's actually quite similar to what a lot of people in my family and friends are worried about. There's a lot of people that are concerned about having a financial crisis that is so bad that many of my friends and family are stocking up food because of the financial crisis. They don't want to be caught without food because they think that maybe they won't be able to get money. So that's a worry right now. It's very common here in the U.S., I think. So, all right, number 7. Okay, can you do that one?
Okay. Everyone was blank the result of the match. Nobody believed that Switzerland could win. Everyone was surprised at the result of the match.
Okay. Instead of at, there's another preposition that might be better. Can you?
Surprised in?
No.
About?
Really? Yeah. Yep. Surprised about.
What is the difference? Surprised at and about.
With? Sorry, Holly.
Surprised with. Well, let's see. Let's look at this up here. First of all, we have. It could be surprised. It could be surprised by or at. Wait, not surprised. Surprised at, you're right. Surprised about, wow. Okay, so it is surprised at. So, surprise. In my personal preference, it's a surprised about, and that's how what I would say and what I would do.
That's the actual English is a bit different from grammar.
Grammar, exactly. When you use the word with, what I always say, this is kind of a general thing when it comes to prepositions. Usually, if you're surprised or disappointed or something it's at something. Where if you use the word with, it is surprised or disappointed or something with someone. So with usually has to do with person, at has to do with a thing. That's normally what how I've always explained it in the past. But yeah, you're right. I think that as Americans, we would say surprised about before we'd say surprised at. Mm-hmm. So and this is, of course, as you guys know, I use British English material so that I can cover both American and British English. So, all right, number 8, Angelina, can you do that one?
Michael Jackson was excellent at his musical performance and public image.
You could say excellent at would be correct, but I think there's another one.
Famous of.
Yeah, let's see.
Famous of.
No, it's not of. There's another preposition.
For.
For, yeah. Michael Jackson was famous for. Or did you guys like Michael Jackson? Okay, you're a music person. Did you like Michael Jackson when he was alive?
Some of his songs, but I'm much more Janet Jackson fan.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. And how about you, Angelina? Did you like Michael Jackson?
I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love his music and his dancing. He's the first one, this moonwalk.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
So every year on Halloween, and they always play his song, The Rooter.
Mm-hmm.
So I do love his music.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about you, Francisco? Did you like Michael Jackson's music?
Yes, teacher, a lot. I think he was an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Mikhail, how about you? What did you think of Michael Jackson?
I don't like especially his music. I think that he created some good songs, but it's not the kind of music that I like especially.
Okay. And thank you. And V, how about you? What did you think of Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I like to listen to his music, but since the day his face it turned awful because of domestic surgery, so I was afraid to see him. So it's better to listen to his music, and there are so many songs of him I like the Earth song or I forgot, but I think I like his music.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to the next one. Francisco, can you do number 9?
Okay, Jack is happy about singing. He has a natural talent.
Okay, happy about singing. You could do that one. But there's another one that's actually better. So, Jack is excellent at singing. He has a natural talent.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 10, Miguel, could you read this last one? I know this is very difficult. I know it's going to be really hard for you to figure this out.
Yeah, it's the tricky one.
But, yeah.
Carlo was happy. Happy about with, for me, yeah, with better, with his first performance during the job interview. He's sure he'll get the job.
All right. A question for you, Miguel. Have you ever gone to a job interview and you were sure you'd get the job and then you didn't?
Yes. Once. Yes, once.
Yeah, I think that's the worst. After that, I never. I leave it on job interview having no predictions at all. So.
I had a very, very bad experience once, but it's 25 years ago, more or less. I was quite young. Yes.
Yeah, me too. So, all right. Let's we've got about 15 minutes left, so let's create some sentences using these adjectives. Let's start with V. V, can you do number 1?
Yeah. I'm hopeless at reading maps.
Are you? So what?
Yes, I am.
Since you like to travel, what do you do?
I usually accompany my friends, so they are in charge of reading maps. Because
Okay.
if I show them the right side, so the other way must be right. I mean, yeah, your right hand side. But
Yeah.
if I show this side, so the other side must be correct. And I really got trouble with that. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm exactly the same way. The only time I can actually make heads or tails out of a map is when I really don't need it because I already know the area. Otherwise, I totally don't understand it. So when I'm traveling with friends, I'm like you, I let them do it. But when I'm traveling by myself, I don't even bother with maps. I just kind of walk around until I find it. So, Mikkel, could you do number 2?
I'm more or less responsible of the future of my family.
Okay. Instead of, what is a preposition?
Yeah. It's for.
I'm gonna change it a little bit. I'm more or less responsible for my family's
future.
Instead of the future of my family, you can say just my family's future. Okay. All right. Number 3, Francisco, excited.
I'm very excited about my birthday.
Okay, I'm excited about my birthday. Very good. All right. And Angelina, number 4.
I'm sorry for her loss.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss is probably better.
Your loss. Yeah, your loss.
Yeah. Very good. All right, number 5, Ake.
I'm worried about my mistakes of English.
I'm worried about, how about this? I'm worried about making mistakes in English.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be worried. So, I think I've already told you. Many of you have heard this, but having worked with foreigners and people who speak English as a non-native language for as many years as I have learned that most native speakers are not listening for the mistakes and they don't hear the mistakes unless you point it out. So if you remind them that you're a non-native speaker, then they'll go, oh yeah, and then they'll start listening for the mistakes. So, Angelina, can you do number 6?
I am excellent at drawing.
Excellent at drawing. Oh, good. So, unlike V and myself, who can't read maps and can't draw, you're excellent at drawing. Can you read maps?
Not really. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Francisco. Number 7.
I was very surprised at or by the match, by the soccer match.
Very surprised. Very. What countries were playing?
Well, right now Mexico is in a world competition. It's a youth competition, the 17 years competition. So I was very worried because Mexico is going to the final, well, to the semifinal.
Oh wow! But isn't Mexico known for being really good at soccer or football?
So teacher.
Oh, okay. Right. Mikhail, number 8.
I angry with myself.
I'm angry with myself. Okay.
Because I have some problems in my knee. Because I have some problems in my knee. Because I did too much sport when I was young, for instance.
I'm going to change this a little bit just to make it easier. Because of my physical problems.
Yeah.
Due to age. Okay, number 9, V.
I was shocked at the elimination of my favorite team.
Oh, at the elimination. Oops. Elimination of my favorite team. Very good. And what favorite team is that?
Yeah, I watched the Amazing Race, so and The Voice as well. So when they got eliminated, I felt down.
Okay.
I really felt down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched that Amazing Race in years. I'd love to be on it though. So.
Oh, I hope that. So someday when you can be in that, so I can see your face in your real life.
Yeah, one day I might show my face in this class, but it's so late at night. So.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Ake, could you do number 10?
I'm good at swimming.
Me too. I think you swim more than I do. I'm good at swimming. Perfect. All right, so let's go on. We've got some more prepositions we can look at here. We've got of. We've got nice, kind, generous, and sensible. Nice of, kind of, generous of, sensible of. V, could you read this example?
Carlo let me stay at his place. That was very kind of him.
Okay. Then we have mean, rude, stupid, and silly. Mikhail, could you read this example?
It was very mean of you to insult her like that.
Yeah, instead of it was very mean of you. Okay. And then we have proud, ashamed, jealous, aware, capable, fond, and tired. Francisco, could you read this example?
Cheryl was very proud of her language learning progress.
I've met people like that are always very proud of their language learning. Short and full. Angelina.
I'm a bit short of cash in the moment.
Really? Do you need me to loan you some money?
No, I prefer to work to make money.
Okay. Okay. Darn, I was offering. So, then we have keen on. Okay, could you read this example?
We stayed at home because Jack wasn't very keen on going out in the rain.
In the rain. Yeah, and keen on is it is something that in most Americans it is in their passive vocabulary. That means we understand it in context, but we would probably never use it. So, but keen on is he wasn't, if he, in this respect it's in the negative, so he didn't really want to do that. Didn't want to go out in the rain.
How do Americans use as passive sentence?
In this sentence, we would say we stayed at home because Jack wasn't very interested in going out in the rain.
I see.
We would probably wouldn't use. I mean, some people who are well read in the fact that they read a lot of literature and might read British literature might use keen, but I only see it in writing. I just don't hear it very much.
Okay.
So. All right, good question. All right, so let's go on to married and engaged. Oh, not married, engaged. We've got two. We've got a married and engaged. Okay, could you read that example?
Okay, married. Harrison is married to George.
Yes, and then we've got nice, kind, and generous. Angelina, can you read this one?
Our host was very generous to us while we were his guests.
All right, thank you. Similar and different. Francisco, could you read this one?
This painting is similar to that one.
And then we have mean, rude, impolite, and unpleasant. And Mikhail, could you read that one?
There's no need to be so rude to her.
Okay. And then we have plus with. We have angry and furious. V, can you read that one?
Yeah. Jill was furious with Jack for his behavior.
All right. And then the last one, delighted, pleased, satisfied, and happy. I was delighted with my exam results. And it looks like we're actually out of time. I do encourage you guys to download this material, and you actually can find it find it right here. Just press on this and you can download it. And if you need the answers from this material, please let me know and I will provide it for you. All right, everyone, thank you very much for your participation, and I'll see you at a later day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Let me know and I will